All right, Senior Home Business family, how you guys doing today? We got a real treat for you. We got David Hampton in the house in Houston, Texas. So we're going to talk about his business today and the importance of TSL and maybe dive in a little bit of some other things that David does as well. David's an entrepreneur, business owner, very influential in his area. We're super excited to have David on board. I've known David for a little bit, and so we're going to talk to David about his business. We're going to put that on the screen right now. So his business, David Hampton, Texas Senior Transitions, 713-331-1949. If you have anybody in the West Houston area, is that right, David? West Houston, Texas, they can reach out to him at this number. And if you need independent living, assisted living, or memory care, please reach out to David. He's the guy. Texas Senior Transitions is your team that can help you out. So let's get into it real quick. David, tell us a little about yourself. I know you're kind of in the probate real estate as well. Tell us what kind of got you excited about being a senior placement agent.
So thanks, Matt, for having me today. And Catherine said hi. So we were in the real estate investing, and she's a real estate broker. And we were working heavily in the probate market and for many years. And I had the opportunity to, I kept hearing people placement. And I said, well, what is that? So we started looking around and everything, and we were introduced to you, I think a year and a half or so ago, maybe 2 years. And we got involved, learned how to become a placement agent. And so we opened Texas Senior Transitions. We started sharing it, everything. And it just started snowballing to now. Not only do we do placement, we help with downsizing. We do estate sales, online auctions for them. We help them move and relocate. We have a moving service. We can help them rehab their house if need be. I can buy the house if they don't want to hassle with the rehab. And if it's what we call pretty house, Catherine can help as a broker with Caldwell Bankers sell the house on the retail market and get them money. So we can help the senior from beginning to end at whatever need they may have.
That's amazing, man. David Hampton, Texas Senior Transitions, man. They can do it, everything from the move-in, as far as the real estate side of things. They can do the senior placement. And now, David, you've got this thing called TSL, Tour Senior Living. We're going to be talking a little bit about Tour Senior Living, some advantages of that. But Drew, go ahead and hit it, man. What's some of the advantage of Tour Senior Living? Welcome, Drew. Drew's our production guy. We're partners, amazing individual. So, Drew, tell us more about Tour Senior Living.
Yeah. So Tour Senior Living, David, we're really happy to have you as a partner in the West Houston area. Basically enables David to provide listings like a Zillow search page for the senior living communities in the West Houston area. And so this is just another tool in David's toolkit for when he's helping a senior and their family to find a place to transition. Now they can browse around online, find a community they like, set up an in-person tour, and help them with that research phase of transitioning to senior living, where you're really looking for a community that fits your care needs. So we're really happy to have you, David. And because you're right, there's so much that goes into transitioning from living at home to a senior living community. And it's so cool that you have all these wraparound services that can really help smooth that process out.
Absolutely. And Dave, let's get to the good stuff, man, as well. You've got some traction. You've had some recent move-ins, just some activity. Tell us more about that, how it came about, because there's some people out there that are interested in starting a senior placement business. But there's also, we're starting to get, Drew, a lot of people that own franchisees that are coming on board now, various different reasons. And this is no shade on franchises. We all love you out there. So don't think I don't like you, but they're coming to us because lack of coaching. They're coming to us maybe with TSL. They're able to expand their business. And we have one signing up today that's they're not a franchise actually, but they're established senior placement group. And there's like 5 or 6 of them together, but we've had some franchisees start. But anyway, getting back to you, David, tell us more about your traction, your move-ins, your excitement about this business.
Well, when the TSL opportunity came along, we looked at it that how will it enhance us? How would it help us to get more placements and help families? You know, a lot of people are all about the money, but if you're going to help enough families, it all becomes full circle. And so one of the things that we were running into was that there's some of these online companies that these communities get locked into. And the bad part about that is that the people, the families, are getting bombarded with calls from 10, 15, 20 different communities. And so it's like a feeding frenzy where the family is the bait. So we looked at it, we're like, well, what if the family is the feeding frenzy and the communities are the bait? So we've taken it with the tour senior living and you know, is that now we go to skilled nursing facilities, or we can go to the doctor's offices or hospitals or wherever we want to go. And we can say, look, we can help your client, the family, so that they are the fisherman, not the bait. And so by doing that, we're getting a big response that people love it. But what's even better is that communities like it because they know that they're not competing with Joe Schmo who may not have the same services and just undercut them, or the one over here that they have problems or whatever. So we get them verified. We're making sure they're good quality. So when they go to the website, they know that they don't have to really do a lot of homework. So they know we vetted them. We've made sure they're legit, that they're going to do what they say they're going to do. And thanks to you and Drew and what you guys are doing on that end of it, that just helps us to help the families. And it's been a great marriage between us and you guys, and that bringing this on to the Houston market. And it's even gone to the point where we brought on an RN as a full-time general manager to oversee all this. So she's actually now working with the communities and helping do evaluations for them as another service that we're just going to enhance what we can do. And it was all from the TSL that she came about through this for us.
Oh, that's amazing. I do love it, Dave, what you've been saying and the expansion of your company and the user friendliness of TSL. I do like how the bait analogy you gave. There's a lot of communities that are out there, and I believe it's just overwhelming at times for families to pick and choose which one is the correct one to go to. It comes out of cost and convenience, and then we need to get to the care piece, but sometimes that's left to the side because it's more about the cost. And I get it, the times we're living and money's tight and assisted living's ungodly expensive. I totally get it. But this gives you an opportunity as a family to go on a platform and to begin searching for a community that meets mom's specific care needs, right? Needs 24-hour nursing care. She might need a Hoyer lift, needle injection, need transportation back and forth from the doctor's office, religious services, whatever it may be. They can click it, and those communities will go to the top, kind of like Zillow search. It's kind of like that but for assisted living, senior living in general. So I love it from that standpoint because it does empower the family. I know when families look at communities online, oftentimes it's a list, on Google or something else or another site. It's just a list of a whole bunch of places. And I don't know, it'd be kind of like playing roulette, I guess. I've never played roulette, but I just spin a wheel, man, hope that lands on the right one, right? You don't want to do that kind of stuff. You want to say, hey, these are my viable options for my mom. And what TSL does is you're able to put location where you want. In David's case, we're looking at West Houston, right? So you want to call David. If you need senior living, independent, AL, memory care, call David, call Texas Senior Transitions. But you're able to go in there and location, say, okay, I want West Houston, right? And then you go in there and you go, what's my price point? Everybody's got a price point, right? Sometimes the loved one, the family members, they have long-term care. They got some retirement. They just sold a home. Maybe they're on SSI. Maybe there's a lot of variables out there, I know. But you put your price point, what your family can contribute to the care needs of mom or dad, and you insert that. And then you come to the care needs, then hit search. And Drew, it's just That simple. It just populates the homes and the communities.
Yeah, and David's done a great job of gathering a lot of senior living options in the West Houston area. So there's a lot to choose from. You can see beautiful photos, videos, 3D tours, and with all of the additional services that David can provide with transition, it's a really great service to the families that you work with, David.
Yeah. So, David, what are some of the families, more specifically in the Houston area? What are they looking for or asking about when you get in a conversation with somebody about senior living? What are some of the questions they have?
Well, of course, all of them first, and everyone knows how much because they hear all the war stories. And so, and then, we just say, so we joke, and when they ask that, we joke back and say, well, how much you got? So we mess with them a little bit. But but then we ease their mind and say, you know what? We don't charge you anything to help you find the right place. So what we're going to do is on the price, first let's find where you would want to be, and then let's see if that works in your budget. After we work from there, if that doesn't work in your budget, then we can make some adjustments. But you don't have to worry about paying us. We're going to help you find the right place. Then a lot of them want to make sure, well, we want, some of them want to be where it's more quaint. Some want it where there's a lot of activities. We don't get too many here because we have the medical center in Houston. We don't get a lot to say, well, I want to be close to doctors because we have so many. That's not a question. Pretty much anywhere you go in the Houston market, you can be close because of all the medical center. So we don't get too much of that, but the main things are we want to be either activities, we want to have quaintness, and then the price. And then from there, and we just tell them, we've already vetted them, so you don't have to worry about that peace of mind. We are not going to show you something that we haven't vetted, and we can feel comfortable that our own family and our own parents we would be willing to put them there. So that helps them a lot and takes a lot of the pressure off.
Absolutely. And Drew, speak to a little bit about the leads that come in. So say that somebody is out there, they're looking to either establish this business altogether or enhance their business. In what ways does TSL help with the leads?
Yeah, it's a great question, Matt. So essentially, we create these Zillow listings of the communities in David's area that he wants to list on his page. And when you land on a community, you can view the photos, description of the services they offer, photos, videos, 3D tour. And then you can decide to set up a tour either by calling the community directly or by calling David and working with him and his placement company. So once a phone call is made, either directly to the community or to David, David gets an email that explains what was discussed on the call. So we have a call summary. We record the conversation. Our AI transcribes it, summarizes it, sends an email to David, and an email to the community. So now David and the community are on the same email talking about the lead that just called them. And so that's David's opportunity to follow up with the community and follow up with the family to see if they got everything that they needed. So basically allows you to create a direct connection between families and communities while keeping yourself in the loop as a placement agent to provide additional support where needed.
I tell you, I love that explanation, Drew. And what I love most about TSL is that each senior placement agent has their own individual landing page. And to keep it ridiculously simple, all you got to do is get that link out to everybody, whether it be social workers, hospitals, but put it on your social media, on your bio, put it on a flyer, a business card with a QR code, or whatever you want to do is get somebody on that landing page. And it's not just from the sales ability part of it, even though that happens, right? You get paid once somebody gets moved in if you're new to the business, but you want to get them to the landing page because then they get verifiable information, concrete information they can be used to help their mom or their dad, right? Not the fluff that's out there. Now, we know there's some national companies out there that will use landing pages of communities, and you think you're on the website of the community, and you're actually on the national company's landing page. To me, that's deceptive and that's terrible. We don't do that. It is a landing page, and these communities are vetted. These communities have given us information. We have a relationship, in this case, David, with his communities. He has a relationship with these communities. And so he can help you if you get on his landing page. If you have any questions, you can reach out to him with an email or call him. If you want to call him, we've been putting the number up there. Give him a call. I think David will take the call, 713-331-1949. Give Texas Senior Transitions a phone call, or you can reach out to the community yourselves. Either way, our mission is to have a concierge service, boots on the ground, but utilize technology to advance senior living and to get senior living to the place where it needs to be, because we all know by 2030, all the baby boomers will be 65 and above. We know in this industry that it started way back in the 90s. And then what's kind of strange about it is this industry is evolving, but a lot of your companies are still operating like it's 2015. We need to get with the times and accommodate the people. And so that's what I love about David. David, tell me a little bit about what's some of your favorite components about TSL and how it's helped your business grow.
You I had a stall there. I couldn't hear what you said. Tell me some favorite something.
Yeah, explain what's some of your favorite components of TSL and how has that helped your business grow?
Oh, well, the main thing is that the phone number that goes right to the community. Once, as I said earlier, we're going to make sure that the community, we vet them for the families. So when we go to do that, we're actually giving that community a phone number that we control so that we know that they're doing what we've told our families that they will do. I love that part of it, because with that AI message coming to us, we know what was said, what wasn't said. It's not anymore this, oh, well, he said that or she said that. Now we know what he said and she said, and we don't have those issues. That's one thing. The other thing is I hear from families is that they love the idea that they can go at night and they can get on the computer and they can scroll through it. They can watch the videos and they can look through the pictures without somebody right over them. And then if they have questions, they can write them down. They can either call me or call directly to the marketing director or the executive director, and sometimes the owner, depending on if it's a private care home, and ask them those specific questions. But here's the nice thing. They're going to call that same phone number again, and guess what? I'm going to get that conversation. So I know what their questions were, so I can address those the next time we talk, and make sure that they now feel comfortable with their decision. And that's those two things is just great at what we have to offer them.
Love it, Drew. Love it, David. Appreciate it, man. That's amazing. And it's all about helping the families, isn't it, Drew? It's all about being there and providing adequate real-time information for the families. And that's what David and Texas Senior Transitions will do for you. It offers, I would get frustrated, guys, if I was not in the senior living game, didn't know what I know. And let's take all that out of the equation. And let's just say I'm a new person looking for assisted living because my mom needs it. I would be frustrated with the process. I really would. I'd be going on Google. I'd be the one filling out the information and being inundated with all kinds of sales calls. I'd be doing all that. And what I love about it, Drew, with TSL, it simplifies the process. It really puts the control back in the hands of the family. I know we talk a lot about holding the hand of the individual through a process, and there's plenty of people out there that like that. And I'm appreciative of it because I've been a middleman for a long time. So if they weren't appreciative of that process, I wouldn't be in business. So thank you for, willing to trust me and go through this journey together. But there's a lot of people out there I know that would be just like me with a personality type that don't really prefer that. They really like to have some control themselves and do their own research. They might have a skeptical viewpoint of certain people, thinking they're biased and all that. So they end up going on TSL. So Speak to that just a little bit, Drew, just some of the advantages of how this puts the control back into the family.
Well, it really gives you the ability to do your own research and browse around, and you can discover really cool communities. Actually, David, in your area, I've decided I'm retiring in West Houston because I found my perfect community. From your listing.
Which
Or maybe
one? I'll get you a
it's
bed.
called. Yeah. Thank you. It's called Homesteady. Do you mind if I pull it up real quick? Because I just love this place.
Let's do
No,
it.
that one.
Okay.
That one's actually on the north part of Houston. It's in a little town called Spring, and
Yes.
it's right. And they actually, when we had the grand opening last year, Catherine and I went to the grand opening, and it was so fun to go there and with all the animals. And I'm sure that's what you're talking about. They literally have like a little petting zoo for the families and for the residents. So homestead,
Yes.
yep.
They've got like a cow and they've got this wonderful video that really features the community well, so you can kind of get a flavor for it. But it's totally
they actually
like
raise their own eggs and feed. They actually
fresh,
have
fresh
their own
eggs.
chicken coop.
Oh man, that's an assisted living community.
Yeah.
Yeah, Drew, I'm with you. I think I'm going there too. Let's go.
Let's go. You and me, Matt. It was just so, you talk about quaintness, David, and this is the type of thing that you can find on TSL. And so I just really appreciate that you were able to find this community, get it listed, and we can feature it with beautiful photos and videos and description. It's run by a family, husband and wife team with kids there too. It just it's like a really nice place to be.
Look at that, man.
Awesome.
Look at that. Nice. Hey, show David's homepage real quick. I like to see his homepage.
Yeah, definitely. So this is David's main landing page here. He's got 69 communities so far. So you can kind of see them in this grid layout, or you can see the map and browse around by location. You can also filter by different care needs, like Hoyer lift, insulin support, pet friendly, etc., and kind of narrow your search down from here.
Nice. Love it, man. Love it. That's good. Very cool. Very cool. Well, good. Well, David, talk to us a little about if you were talking to a person that's brand new to the industry, or maybe thinking about getting into the industry. What motivation would you give them, whether it be about TSL or not, just in terms of what this industry means to you?
So Catherine and I had no experience in the placement agency. We worked with seniors, and I'm a senior, I'm 70, but we work with seniors, and we wanted to make sure that people weren't being taken advantage of. And so when we found out about placement, we didn't even realize up until a couple of years ago, when Catherine's mom, we needed to find a place for her. And we worked with a gentleman at a company. He did a great job. And we started looking at that. And I told her, I go, we can do that. Let's look into it. And so her mom is going to be 88. She was not willing to move. We had to help her do it. And now she loves it. She loves where she's at. She's got a lot of friends and things like that. So she goes, I wish I would have done it 5 years sooner. And that's what we hear a lot now. But so we looked around. We talked to some other people that were teaching placement. We got the information, didn't have any success with it. And then through all them contact, we actually ran across your training program for being a placement agent. I looked at it. We got involved. We got trained by your training. And from there, we're one of the kinds where we don't just read it and study it. We actually implemented it. And that's the biggest
I love people like that. Implementation.
Yeah. Right. They want to know everything and then do nothing. And right. I have a different attitude is I'm willing to make a mistake to learn. And if I need to know everything, there's a book or somewhere where I can read it. But you're not going to make money. You're not going to help families reading the book and learning everything. And so I think the main thing is get involved. If you don't have experience, do your training. And by the way, he is not paying me to say that. Okay. So I don't get paid.
Hey, Dave, I'll do that $20 later. So
yeah. But learn it, but then implement it. Do it. Don't just go through the motions. I mean, as a real estate investor, I hear so many people, oh, you can't make money in real estate. Well, how many offers have you made? None. Well, guess what? It's not going to get you any money. You know, I make 100 a week to get maybe 1 or 2 a month. So, and it's the same thing with this. You have to go out to the communities. You have to go to the skilled nursing facility. You have to communicate. You have to talk to people. You can't be a CIA agent in this industry and have success. You have to be a person out there on the TV. You have to be the news anchor, not the CIA agent. Okay, you got to be out in front of it, and you got to let people know. And from there, just do it. If you make a mistake, fine, take a chance, and it's very financially rewarding. As just it happens if you have faith.
Absolutely. I totally agree with it, David. Well, thank you so much for being with us today. And again, I just want to put David's information up on the screen. David Hampton's Texas Senior Transition, 713-331-1949. Please reach out to David if you're in the western Houston area of Texas, and he can help you out. And again, David does probate with real estate. His wife does real estate. They have a moving part of their business, senior placement, TSL. Man, they're all encompassing, helping seniors, helping people in need. This is somebody that I trust, I appreciate. I know you guys would too. So just want to give an endorsement to his company to reach out. So keep this number, even if you don't know anybody, you may know someone or maybe you coming up, but file that number away. Don't put it in the Rolodex back in the day. That's kind of dating me, David. Don't put it in the Rolodex. Put in your cell phone, right? Your smartphone, and that'll be helpful. Guys, thank you so much for being with us today. David, thank you. Drew, if you want to know more about who we are and what we do, you can click some links down below. There's a free webinar. There's a $30 3-day workshop. There's a consultation link that you can actually schedule a call with myself. You can learn more about TSL, all different kinds of things. We just want to help you guys. If you truly want to be a part of something that you can benefit other people and make a good amount of money. And I say good amount of money because you can in this industry, definitely 6 figures. You can push 7 figures. I know that for a fact because I experienced it. Now, can you get 8? I doubt it, unless you become a whole national kind of deal. But you're talking about a good 6-figure income. Man, it's revolutionary. That's where I would have jumped leaps and bounds, done backflips, cartwheels, everything to get involved with something like this 10 years ago because I was living paycheck to paycheck. Man, I was the guy that would need something to say, man, I really want to help people and I need to make some money. And if that's you, that's essentially what this business is. A person of empathy, a person that really puts the seniors first. You're an advocate for seniors. You're putting yourself in their shoes. And you're handling people with decency. You're walking through a process. It's a very traumatic situation. They've never been through it before, or they've seen it from afar maybe, but they haven't experienced the emotional part of it, right? And it's gripping. So you actually get to help some people do that. We'd love to have you. Love to talk to you. Until next time, God bless.